went upstairs to the room. So I just played music. I had a very frustrating morning. I had a frustrating morning. So I went upstairs because it's 3 floors. So I went up to the last floor. There's a balcony, and I just put on music to be playing. The music was playing. Then I went to the balcony. Then the music changed. You know when you shuffle music. Then it changed to, I don't know if you guys know Deucing and Yoko, Empire of the Universe. So when the song started playing, I was like, okay, who is this? And I've heard this song before. So I was in the balcony, so I went back into my room to look at my phone to see who's playing and rewind the song. So I looked at it, I was like, okay, beautiful song. So I allowed it. So I went back outside. Then I was like, the volume wasn't loud enough. I needed to be loud enough so I could hear it from the balcony. So I went back inside. So I was going back inside my room now. I slipped and I fell down. So now me falling down now, normally I should be able to get up. So when I fell and I got up, me getting up, I wasn't getting up in my room anymore. I was getting up in a very big, how will I explain this? I was getting up in a very big trance. So in this trance, everywhere was dark. It was no longer in my room anymore. It was totally dark. And I looked up and I saw a TV, like maybe half or quarter of what is right there, right now. And in this TV, it literally was playing my life. So when I mean it was playing my life, of course, I can't remember everything I've done, from childhood and everything. But there were clips and things I saw when I was in my London days, in Hull, in Spain, in Dubai, even in primary school, things that I could not even remember. I was seeing it play, things that I was not proud of, things that I knew that these things are things that would not really make me good. And it was so painful seeing this thing being played, and I was watching it. And all of a sudden, I felt somebody was flogging me. But it wasn't pain, cane. It was like my itchies all over my body. And this was going on for a while. And I was crying, and I was crying, and I was crying. I was on my knees watching this, my life play in front of me. And all of a sudden, I saw someone in front of me, and he just stood there, and he was just tapping me. So I was on my knees like this, right? Then someone was like right here, and the person just tapped me and was like telling me, Ikechukwu, that's my Igbo name, by the way. Stop crying, I'm here. So I was like, who is this one? What they call me? Like, basically, that was my thoughts. Like, stop crying. So I now looked to see who was telling me to stop crying and touching my shoulders. Like, literally the way I'm touching my wife right now, that was how I felt the touch on my shoulder. Stop crying. Then I looked, and as I looked, the person was tall, huge. And I looked trying to look the person's face, and I could see the person had like my face, but it was not really my face. Like, the person looked like me, but it was not me particularly. So in my mind, I was like asking the question, who be this guy? Like, who are you and what's up? Then he just answered me, but without talking, and actually said, it's me, I'm you. And I was like, oh my goodness, the guy can hear me. And it was like, yeah, I can hear you, but he wasn't talking. He was actually just saying, like, telepathic, something like that. So, and I figured that he's me and I'm him, and he was talking. Then I was like, what's up? He said I should stop crying. And I looked. So all of a sudden, it was no longer a dark room. And I saw myself in a very big hall. And this hall was bigger than this. It was like white. And all of a sudden, I saw different people working. Now, these people were not like human beings, but they were like different form of, I don't know how to explain it. Like, some had butterfly wings, some had like animal colors, animal legs, different beings. Some were floating, and it was just beautiful. And I saw gardens. And in my mind, I was like, where am I? What am I doing here? And things like that. But it was so beautiful, and I was trying to like gain everything that was happening. Then I now looked forward. So I looked forward, and I saw a very big chair, like a throne. Now, someone was seated on the throne, right? Now, I was now looking. Remember, I was still on the floor. So I was now gazing to see who this person was. But this person, legs were not legs. It was like light. It was like warm, fiery light. So as I was looking at it going up from down to my knee, in my mind I was like, wait, this person where they that looks like light. If I go all the way to the face, will I like blind or will I die? So I quickly just because I knew I was full of like sin. So I quickly like removed my eyes away from the person. Then all of a sudden, the being beside me, that was me, that told me, Ikechukwu, okay, stand up, give me your hand. So I took him and he walked with me. So as he was walking with me, he was not telling me that, let's go. So as we're walking in the garden. Then we now got to a place where there was a big mirror. In this big mirror, he told me, look, what do you see? So I looked at myself and I was filled with so much dirt. You know when you have like tall clothes, dirt, different things on you. So I saw the mirror and I was like, oh my goodness. And I started crying more and started crying. He was not telling me, stop crying, Ikechukwu, stop crying, Ikechukwu, stop. I'm just telling you, look, what do you see? And I was not like, I can see dirt. So like, no, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just want you to make you see what you've been. And I was not like telling me, I'm sorry. Then he now told me, don't worry. He now told me something. This is where it got more interesting. He now told me, do you know the Bible? I told him, yes. He now asked me, what do you think about the Bible? I think about the Bible that it was, it's something that, is written and not. He said, no, that the Bible is exactly God's words. That, for example, imagine you're traveling to a different part of the world and you need a yellow page or a guideline to be able to find that direction you're going to. That's literally what the Bible was. That I should promise you that if I actually open the Bible and pray and ask the Holy Spirit to guide me whenever I pray and read it, he would interpret it for me. And that's when I knew that exactly that the Holy Spirit actually helps you read the Bible. And he now told me that I should tell the world that everybody should actually pray, that there's actually like things happen in the world. And that's when I knew that, okay, it's time for me to actually wake up. So he now told me, okay, let's go. Then when we left the place, then we were going back into the garden, but we didn't come the same way. It was a different path. And as we're going into that path, that's when I woke up back into my body in my room. And when I woke up, I was now in the toilet side. I wasn't close to the balcony anymore. And I realized that it's been almost 4 to 5 hours that has been gone. And I started crying and I wept. That's when I realized that life was more spiritual than physical. My mom has always told me this, but I always thought, yeah, she's mom. She's always trying to project whatever she feels into her children. But that was the day I realized that Jesus is actually real and there's a life after this earth. Whatever we do here is literally just 1% or 10%. What you're going to do after here, that's where it really counts. And that's where I want you guys to understand that I have seen it. A lot of you know who I am. You think I'm just a guy that just likes to have fun. Yes, but I'm also a guy that wants to be a person that tells you that Jesus is real. And if you know this, please tell your friends and tell your friends and tell your friends. So we're just going to sing this song.